Well, hello, welcome to a special edition of the Virtual Hockey Talk with my good old friend Cyril Rawson. Let's kick things off with this magic carpet ride called Take a Chance.
You have a way about you, I can tell by the way you walk. You know the right things to say, but it's all just talk. This time somebody brought you down from your self-made pedestal. You're on a rocky road that look an easy load. Take a risk and feel the thrill. Baby, take a chance on love instead of breaking hearts. Take this love I offer you from where true feelings start. You're just a young and restless heart. You haven't learned love rules. If I give you time, will you break mine? Leave me a broken-hearted fool. If you can get a hold on love, never let go. Let it sweep you off your feet. Well, it's a feeling that you know. If you let your defenses down, baby, that's the hardest part. Let your feelings go. Don't say no. I can free your heart. Baby, take a chance on love instead of breaking hearts. Take this love I offer you from where true feelings start. You're just a young and restless heart. You haven't learned love rules. If I give you time, will you break mine? Leave me a broken-hearted fool. Baby, take a chance on love instead of breaking hearts. Take this love I offer you from where true feelings start. You're just a young and restless heart. You haven't learned love rules. If I give you time, will you break mine? Leave me a broken-hearted fool. Baby, take a chance on love instead of breaking hearts. Take this love I offer you from where true feelings start. You're just a young and restless heart.
Okay, well, we were having a little conversation about the actual recording of that, and as we were pointing out, that was done, a lot of it, in the middle of the night in January 1985.
Wow.
Chelsea studio in Nashville. And go on, tell me the producer,
Tony?
Tony Migliori, Dave Hieronymus,
Yep.
engineer. What else? What can you tell me about it?
Well, just the players. Ralph Childs on bass, and which we went over, and Pete Bordenelli, Jerry Kroon. And I didn't know, I forgot about Mark Cat Stevens playing acoustic.
Yeah.
Great banjo player too, Mark.
You wrote that song.
So you tell me.
And you sang harmonies in the back too. That was you
Who
doing
did I
that.
write it with?
Doing the third, yeah. But that was the snow, the ice storm, the big ice storm of '85, January '85, where you and me and the soon to become Shania Twain and Barry Haggerty and that young engineer guy, I can't remember his
Kevin
name.
somebody.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name either.
Anyway, he was there as well. So there was like 6 of us for 3 days, taking turns sleeping on a couch in the lounge and eating out of the vending machine.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of stuff we remember. Well, now she's Shania Twain and you're Cyril Rawson.
Still.
I'm going to play a little bit of the other tune that we recorded around that same time. I don't want to play the whole thing, but
All right, play
just
some.
give you a taste of it. Okay. Oops. See, yep.
Oops.
All right. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to do. Yeah, so that one, that was the Heartbreaking Tonight. That was also one of yours. Same session, same overnight, working on that over and over. And this was around the same time as we were working with Ronnie Prophet.
Okay.
Evening.
As a matter of fact.
Welcome
Let's listen to this.
to the Red Onion. Well, we got a crowd of people tonight. Nice to see you all. Welcome to the Jehovah Witness meeting. I'm Tucker P. Fudpucker. Makers of Dr. Fudpucker Swamp Root Potion, good for backs and Peter out and vice versa. Praise the Lord. Jesus saves, Moses invests. Aren't these guys looking their tops tonight, huh? Frank Rose on keyboards over here. Stand up, Frank. Take a bow there, buddy. You're standing, huh? Okay. Liberace reject, but by God, he can tinkle them 82s. Hi there, big fella. Got his earring in tonight. Dog tag. Keeps him from getting distemper. Anyhow, stand up. Adam Ginsberg on drummies. He does his African safari thing. Anyhow, Shanka Khan. Did you see the movie? Did you see the special? 5 days of television. Say hello. Which am I calling you tonight? Okay, we'll go for Wray Ellis. W-R-A-Y. Wray Ellis. Oh, boy. Hey, we got 3 guys all by themselves down here tonight, here in the front. You're with them? The guys sit at one table, you sit at another table? No shit. Okay. Say hello. Last but not least is none other than Cyril Rawson, directly here, songwriter, entrepreneur from Peterborough, Ontario. None other. Writer of songs, poetry, rhymes, rhythm. I got rhythm, I'm a Catholic. And last but not least, our sound advisor, technician, and specialist, Vince McGregor, over there, the blonde-haired Dynamito. And
Okay, that was live at the Red Onion in 1986. So we
Wow.
were doing a lot of touring with Ronnie. What do you remember about touring with Ronnie?
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah?
And we did a lot of driving.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good time. It was a good time. Good
Any
bunch of guys. We got
Places?
along.
What do you remember place-wise?
Calumet, Quebec.
Oh, yeah.
That's where he's from.
Oh, we?
Hometown.
Oh, eh.
And I remember some of the places, but we were so many places. It's hard to sort of nail down 1 or 2 or 3. Name a place, and we were there.
New England. And I remember sort of like New England, and that was the place where we had the big feast in this old-fashioned restaurant that had the fans that were run by these long belts. It was an old repurposed factory, and yeah, Ronnie decided we were all going to go out for a steak dinner, and the place that we ended up going to was this old barn factory / thing, and that's up in the rafters. These great big giant fans were run by belts.
Wow. Was I there?
Yeah, it was a Ronnie Prophet show, so you were there. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's carry on. That's all right. Check this one out. This is we got away from the Nashville thing for a while, you and I,
Yeah.
and we went to Northumberland 29 studio and did this.
Here I am, I'm all alone, wondering where she could be. She's out there somewhere, but we just haven't met. Where's that woman for me? Something tells me that she's lonely too, and getting tired of running free. She wants someone just to hold her close. Where's that woman for me? I know she's out there, I can hear her call, with her voice so soft and so low. If you see her, tell her that I need her. Tell me, where's that woman for me? 2 by 2, the ladies walk on by. They don't know the way I feel. They've all got someone, at least that's the way it seems. Where's that woman for me? She'll know when she sees me, she'll hear my call, with a voice that comes from my heart. If you see her, tell her that I need her. Tell me, where's that woman for me? Oh, if you see her, tell her that I need her. Tell me, where's that woman for me? Where's that woman for me?
Okay, that was recorded at Northumberland 29 Studio with Andy Thompson as the engineer. I produced that one. That was my first, well, you played guitar, I did bass, Robert McKinnon on drums, Burke Carroll on steel, and Evelyn Daddle on piano.
Nice.
And what do you recall from that? Anything at all?
Not
It
much.
was
No,
just
I'm
nothing?
sorry, Ray.
No?
A little bit blank on that. I remember the studio and Andy and that for sure. But, yeah, it was a good place. I did a few things there with different people, but not a lot.
You remember the that tour with Ronnie Prophet and the Cavalcade of Stars with Gary Felgard and Eddie Eastman, Marie Bottrell, and Ronnie and Gloria Ann.
Yep.
Who am I missing? Is there somebody I'm missing? I think that's everybody.
I think it was all the stars.
Yeah, that was the Stars. But at the end of the tour, another ice storm hit, and we thought we were in a lap of luxury until we got out there, because we traveled by this great big Silver Eagle bus. It was all
That
decked
apparently was Kenny Rogers.
Was
bus.
it? Okay. It was a nice bus.
It was a nice bus.
Yeah, it was nice. And then we get out there, and then ticket sales were, shall we say, a little soft. We're playing a big arena, and there's like a smattering of people right here. Yeah, that was not good. But anyway, it's long story
Did
short.
we get paid?
Well, the tour ended abruptly.
Oh, okay.
We didn't quite get to the end of the schedule, and we ended up going home. We didn't get the bus on the way home. We had to sit on the back of the gear. We ended up traveling with the lighting in the big box with those two guys. They were sort of hired to be the roadies, and they were just not up to it. Meanwhile,
Why didn't we come home in the bus?
because the bus went straight to Nashville.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, because the Stars, they had the plane tickets. Ron Dan had a plane ticket. Ron Burroughs had a plane ticket. You, I, and Adam, we were on the truck with the gear. And then when we got to, and this we're coming back from Estevan, Saskatchewan, Gloria Ann's hometown. And there was one more gig, and then they just said, forget it, we're going home, I guess. And then, so we were sent packing. And so we hopped, and the sitting position was, we were on girders, those aluminum girders, sitting on girders. So you try to put on like your coat or whatever, but it was freezing back there. So I forget what we used but we were sitting on girders and crates and whatever was flat, because there was no seats in the back of that truck. And then we got all the way to Barrie from Estevan, and it busts an axle. And this was after having stopped because of a snowstorm. So it was like the longest, hellish, most ridiculous ride home. We finally get home after this ridiculous storm and broken axle. We get to Adam's place. I go around to put my stuff in your car.
Oh,
Do you remember what happened to your car?
a tree fell on it.
Tree fell on it. Yeah, we still had yet, just one more. We're almost home. And then a tree. His car was flattened.
It was flattened, and I drove it back to Peterborough.
Ugh.
The
I don't know how
windshield
you
was
got out
broken.
of it,
Oh,
but
I don't either.
because that was like, okay, that car's total. I figured, but
It might have been, but I
probably
drove it
should have
back.
been.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Well, here's the next tune that we recorded. This is also recorded at Northumberland 29.
Nothing will ever change me loving you. You're still holding me, but not the way you used to do. Love slipped through our fingers like ships that drift apart. You packed a bag and left, and in it was my heart. I didn't have to worry back when you were mine, but the more I tried to hold you, the less I was on your mind. I was a puppet who'd only dance for you. You could pull the strings when you wanted to. So go ahead and try to find another love like mine. See if there's another who will dance for you. If you find I'm on your mind like a favorite melody, come on back and dance for me. I wanted you to stay. Your eyes were saying no. I'll never cut the strings, but I had to let you go. You've got my heart, it's beating out of time, and all my love for you is hanging on the line. Go ahead and try to find another love like mine. See if there's another who will dance for you. If you find I'm on your mind like a favorite melody, come on back and dance for me. Come on back and dance for me.
Yeah. Dance for Me. That was you produced that one.
Okay.
What do you recall? What does that spark memories of?
Well, I don't know. I certainly remember the song better than the other ones. I don't know. I guess maybe because it went to #1 in Tasmania or something.
Yeah, it's New Zealand.
Okay. I don't really remember a whole lot about it, to be honest with you. I remember doing it, but
Sound-wise, though, I was surprised that the drums sound so good.
they do. I thought all the instruments sounded good
I
for
don't.
that time.
I don't recall a whole lot of setup time because I think we only had 2 days.
Something like that.
Yeah, because we were going to record the one day and then the second day we were mixing. And
How many songs did we record?
just the two.
Just the
That was
two,
just those
okay.
two. So because we got everybody, I think it was a Saturday, Sunday, and we got the tracks done on the one day, and then got everybody loose, and then spent the next, I don't know, whatever the next session was, the mix down.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, that was interesting. But the reason I wanted to go back, like to a barn just down the road, was because I thought I was a little bit more rootsy than the Nashville experience. You know, it was all very slick and business-wise, and you know, it was like a paycheck. You know, they're punching the clock, right?
That's right.
And they're pros and they're fantastic at what they do. But I just thought that, you know, maybe you and I getting together in the studio, we'd probably have a little better idea of, you know. So.
And even with the songwriting, I found, and I'm not criticizing it, but Nashville was very much a factory.
Yeah.
You know, I was, when I wrote there, I had appointments booked for probably a month in advance.
Wow.
And it was like,
Anyway, you were writing with some big players too. Some
I was
major,
I was really
some
fortunate.
heavy cats.
Some heavy cats. I was very fortunate, that's for sure, to worm my way in there.
What any highlights you remember that you like to share?
Well, I mean, I remember writing a lot with a guy called Don Frimmer, who had about 20 or 21 number ones. That was a little intimidating, but although he wasn't, he was became a terrific friend. And I've lost a couple of them through COVID, 3 or 4 of them. So, no, there were some real highlights. I mean, I got to write with some artists. I wrote with Richie McDonald from Lone Star.
Now, he's the guitar player?
No, he's the lead singer.
The guitar player, that you have his guitar, his Telecaster? You still have that? Was it Lone Star?
No. No, it wasn't.
It was a band, the guitar.
Well, Pete Bordenelli was.
Yeah.
His Strat I got.
Okay. Oh, I think
still have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wouldn't let that one go. All right. Okay, and then you had an idea. So, well, I got some songs. They've already been recorded. You want to come down to Nashville? You sing some demos, and in return, we'll pick we'll pick the best ones, and then you can release them on your label. And so here's one that we did.
Oh, okay.
In a minute, she'll come walking back to me. She'll say she's sorry, she said goodbye, and she wants to try. In a minute, the phone will ring. She'll say she didn't mean a thing she said that night. She'll want to make things right. In a minute, she'll come home. She'll realize what she has done. I just know she'll have a change of heart. In a minute. Maybe time's not really on my side. Maybe she's really gone for good this time. In a minute, I'll try to smile, watching her walk down the aisle. She'll be sorry she ever let me go. In a minute, she'll come home. She'll realize what she has done. I just know she'll have a change of heart. In a minute. In a minute. In a minute.
Yeah, I was a little stretching it a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
No,
But-
no options though, right?
No,
The track
no.
was already cut.
That's right. Scott Phelps is the writer. It's a sophisticated song. It has aged well. It's but I remember getting a note from Alan out west or out east, Alan Brown, why is it so short? It's like 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
Is
or
that
something.
right?
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
short one. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. 2 minutes 20. Okay, but it's pretty short.
Yeah.
But sophisticated, with that the flat five and solo. But and the drumming, it's like very syncopated, like a clock, any minute. Just like all sorts of stuff going on in that. It's very.
I remember Jerry Croon hated acoustic players because they got in his way of his hi-hat.
Oh yeah, of course.
Used to always joke about that. Well.
All right. Well, let's hear another one from that same group of sessions.
I still remember those long, lonely nights when I had no one to turn to. Day after day, the emptiness grew till loneliness was all that I knew. I had a vision of how love should be. Then you stepped right out of my dreams. You changed my life in just one heartbeat. I felt the love and I knew you were the face in the heart of my every dream. Then out of the blue came you. I can look forward to facing the night, knowing that you are beside me. Wildest imaginations won't know how satisfying love could be. Till you let someone into your heart like you did when you unlocked my dreams. You changed my life in just one heartbeat. I felt love and I knew you were the face in the heart of my every dream. Then out of the blue came you. You changed my life in just one heartbeat. I felt love and I knew you were the face in the heart of my every dream. Then out of the blue came you. Out of the blue came.
Yeah. Okay, so that was another of the same session, produced by Tony Migliori, engineered by Dave Hieronymus. It was nice to hear the strings and everything. I wasn't at that session, but that would have been nice. What do you know about Tony?
Well, Tony was best man at my wedding,
Yeah.
so I know that much.
Yeah.
But I stayed at Tony's place for years on my trip when I was going back and forth before I moved there. So we became very close. And he was one of the Super Pickers, which was a group of kind of like the Funk Brothers and that sort of thing, you know. Roy Clark was in it and all, and he was, but he was really well studied. He
Chet Atkins. He
Well, he was his
director.
musical director. He was also the musical director for Mickey Gilley and played on all the urban cowboy stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember I was staying at Tony's house, and Mickey Gilley called the house looking for Tony, and because his piano player couldn't play the intro to this particular song, and he was doing a TV show. So I got a hold of Tony at the studio, and Tony had to drive out to the studio, out to the TV studio, and do the
Wow,
intro.
that's
And I can tell you who the other piano player was, because I wrote some songs with him too. His name was Ed Hill, and he wrote 2 or 3 #1 records. So probably a better writer than piano player. I don't know,
Yeah.
but he was a good writer.
No slouch either way.
No,
The reason I was down there was to do sing some demos, which is what Eileen Twain was doing down there, I guess, for a while too.
yeah.
She would be singing, you know, to do this other project she had on going on the side, Party in the Street, as I recall, right?
Now that's one I don't remember. very
Yeah, I
much
was
about.
doing it. That around that ice storm, Tony and Mary Bailey got together and let's get a little dance record together, and so that Tony gave to that junior engineer as a project. Next thing you know, it's an album,
Wow.
and we've never heard any more about it.
I've never heard the album.
No, but it was. I heard some tracks because they had recorded some tracks because they immediately got going. So while we were doing that stuff on the overnights and all that during the ice storm, they were starting to lay down some dance tracks.
Oh, cool.
So I'd love to hear that
I
album.
remember I produced a song for Kalita Haverland. You probably remember it.
Too Hot to Handle.
And I had Shania sing
Well, Eileen at
backgrounds.
the Twain, yeah.
Eileen at the time.
Yeah, and I told the story about that where it was a struggle.
Yeah,
It was a tough one.
it was fun times.
It was. We got one more song. Let's listen to this one.
All right.
I pack my guitar, I'm back on the road again. Filled with the feeling our love will never end. Hotel rooms, a different town. Your picture's faded, but love surrounds. When you're not here, only love survives. When I'm in the car to tell you I'm coming home, I felt the love just holding you on the phone. I'll soon feel the warmth of you beside me. Nothing can break the faith that binds me, proving again only love survives. Let's spend tonight together, making memories to last forever. Until the next time the lonely road brings me home. Caught in the moment, talking about goodbye. Love is forever, it's written in our eyes. Loneliness and time start to blind you. You'll have my love to remind you.
think of the title of it now.
That was a Don King?
Don King, yeah.
Don King written to? Recorded in his own place?
Yeah, he had a studio.
And that was you playing guitar?
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. I wonder which guitar you were playing.
Hmm?
I wonder which guitar you were playing.
I don't know.
No, I just wondered about that.
I probably don't have it anymore anyway,
No.
knowing me.
All right. Well, let's see. What do we got? One more here. Check this out.
I introduced everybody. They all know each other.
Did you tell about Adam on
Oh, Adam's got a new part in a new.
Degrassi Junior High? He's
And
going to
that-
be on, so make sure you watch him. Stand up, Adam, one more time. Our actor drummer here.
You're shooting the show now, aren't you? Just finished the series, and you're in about 18 different episodes. 15, a dozen. You've done a dozen. That's 90. That's 99% of a 13-week. Well,
You know, you
Half a
get to work.
season.
Yeah, you get to work with musicians, and we always, unfortunately, the worst word in the world that you can say is backup band, but they are supporting. If you don't have a good supporting group, what's the matter?
I'm just reading your.
Is my tag hanging?
No, I'm reading the mail.
And besides that, of course, Wray Ellis, who's had a recording career of his own, and now he's writing, and he's into broadcasting school. And Cyril Rawson has been signed to a Nashville writing, production, publishing company. So here we are.
Actually, it's the publishing company that is originally owned and run by the producer of Alabama. So,
That's right. How about a big hand for one more time for all these guys?
Millhouse music. Well, that's it. We're, if you okay with that?
I'm fine. It was fun.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I was educated.
Yeah, well,
Walk down memory lane, boy.
It's
that's for
just
sure.
a sampling of some of the stuff that we did. That's just the recorded stuff. Touring, well, I got some tour tapes.
Okay, I'll take that home.
That'll refresh your memory.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
See you later.